Lakers Nation, what is going on? So today we just got some breaking news in the NBA coming from Legend Hoops on Twitter, and they just reported that the Utah Jazz have no interest in Lakers' potential offer of D'Angelo Russell and multiple first-round picks for starting center Walker Kessler of the Utah Jazz per Sam Amick. So this really tells me the Lakers are trying to trade for Walker Kessler from the Utah Jazz, but we just got rejected. Maybe the Jazz didn't really like our offer and they wanted something more. But man, oh man, this is really, unfortunate. It is frustrating as a diehard Lakers fan because we go through this every single day. And that's one thing I hate about being a Lakers fan. There's just no team or GM that is willing to help our general manager, Rob Pelinka, to improve this roster. Like, name me one team is willing to help the Lakers get banner 18. You get what I'm trying to say? But the frustrating part is that we continue to run back the same team. Why is D'Angelo Russell our starting point guard? I know he's on expiring contract, $18.7 million, and I don't see why the Jazz wouldn't want an expiring deal. But two first round picks is actually crazy because earlier in the offseason, the New York Knicks were willing to trade two first round picks for Walker Kessler, or they offered two first round picks, but Danny Ainge and the Utah Jazz didn't accept the offer before they traded for Karl Anthony Towns. But I'm tired of this, trade rumors, these, players being linked to the Los Angeles Lakers, and nothing happens. But maybe the Lakers can work something out with, Max Christie, Jane Hood-Fashino. I just seen that, yesterday. I guess the Lakers didn't pick up, his, option, or they declined the team option, whatever the case may be. You get what I'm trying to say. But I wouldn't mind calling Sexton alongside a Walker Kessler. Maybe you can package something of Jackson Hayes or Jane Hood-Fashino and some first round picks, but we'll see. Uh, the Lakers started the season red hot 3-0, but the last 2.5 games we've been struggling on the road was a test, and we're 3-2 with a 6 seed. Uh, Lakers fans, you guys let me know in the comment section. How do you guys feel about this? I think this is very interesting. I'm not really surprised they didn't, accept this offer just because of the fact that, D'Angelo Russell's performance has been terrible. To be honest, he's having one of his worst careers to start the season off. I know it's still early, 5 games into the season, and tonight we got a game against the Toronto Raptors in Canada. And pretty much the Raptors don't have their best player in Scotty Barnes. They're rebuilding, but D'Angelo Russell has been, horrible. You look up his stats, right? The last 5 games, starting with opening night, 34 minutes, 9 points, 4 of 12 from the field, 1 of 7 from three. I mean, he shot around like 41% from three this past season. So he's definitely starting slow. 1 rebound, 5 assists, 2 steals. And then game two against Phoenix, 29 minutes, 5 points, 1 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3 point. So this is actually pathetic. 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block. And then Sacramento, 32 minutes, 16 points. That was his best game, but I wasn't really impressed with the 16 points. He wasn't really, getting his teammates involved. Most of the guys were just setting him up, but like I said, I'm not really impressed. 6-11 from the field, 3 of 6 from the 3 point line, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and then back on the road to start our first, road trip against Phoenix. Tight game, but the Lakers sold. LeBron James had one of his worst games in a long time. But 33 minutes for D'Angelo Russell as a starting point guard. 14 points, 5 of 13 from the field, 2 of 9 from the 3 point line, 1 rebound, 8 assists. And then our last game that we just played against Cleveland, uh, they just run us out the building. They're undefeated 5-0. Pretty much, we didn't really have a starters in the fourth quarter. That's how it was just we're down bad, and they had to play Bronny James and stuff like that. He had his first bucket, but D'Lo 24 minutes, 10 points, 2 of 7, 0 of 3 from the 3 point, 3 rebounds and 5 assists. So get this bum off my team. I really don't care what he does in the regular season. I even said it in the preseason. This isn't really breaking me up. I just feel like a lot of people don't understand what I'm saying when it comes to D'Angelo Russell. I need to see in the postseason, but he hasn't been able to do that. If he makes it past the trade deadline, I'm gonna crash out. That's how bad I'm wanting him off the team. But I really want D'Angelo Russell to get his trade value up. Do better. We need you to do other things other than scoring, play make, which hasn't really been a problem. The defense has been still a problem in the perimeter, the redundancy, but the Lakers bench has been terrible. We're the worst bench in the league. It's not even close, ranking wise, and our startings are scoring like the second most points per game. You know, LeBron, D'Lo, Osiri's, Rui Hachimura, Anthony Davis. So that's my whole thoughts on this whole situation. Maybe we're gonna have to get a third team involved, especially if the Jazz are rejecting us, especially if we do make another offer for them because they didn't want D'Angelo Russell. But hopefully D'Angelo Russell can play better as the season continues to progress because we got a new head coach in JJ Redick, and it's gonna take time for D'Angelo Russell to get used to this offense and stuff like that. Sets. We got a new system, like I said, but make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, really help the algorithm. Turn on notification bells so you guys get notified for future Lakers content. And one last thing I want to show you guys before I end this video on ESPN and stats, right? 10.8 points per game. That is terrible. One of the worst starts in his career. I know it's just early, but he's shooting, terrible from the field. 36.7% from the field. Last season, 45.6% from the field. But this year, shooting 25% from the 3-point. That is actually awful. 100% from the free throw line, 2.2 attempts per game, 2.2 rebounds, not great, 5.8 assists, 0.2 blocks, 1 steal, 5 games played, 5 starts, and playing close to at least 30.6 minutes tonight in game action for the Los Angeles Lakers. But I'm out of here. Peace.